Aries, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So Aries, I do feel that this mid-month period brings a lot of focus and attention in relationships. In general, and in this desire to bond or at the same time break free from a certain bond that exists in your life that it has been hard to remove yourself from. So I feel that some of you are dealing with toxic, addictive type of relationships in which has been hard the process of moving on. I feel that some of you, though, are in the other way trying to connect or reconnect with love and relationships and friendships in your life, and there may be fear associated with bringing yourself to that point of connection, to that point of close intimate bond with someone. I feel that some of you don't trust yourselves, or there's a lot of fears associated with being with others in general during this time, and at the same time a big desire to do so. So any type of relationship situation that may come forward during this time, it is of importance because you do have the devil energy as your main opportunity. So there may be this big chance for some of you to acknowledge where you have been feeling trapped, restricted, limited by your own selves or your own belief systems about how you should be or how you shouldn't be in a relationship, and how in reality what keeps us a prisoner of this fear is an illusion much more than a reality that we really need to serve. So I feel that there's some of you that are kind of seeing your shadow or a shadow trait of yours that may be really triggered by love, or ultimately by the realization of the imbalances of the relationship you're having with yourself, mirrored by possibly by an important relationship that it may exist in your life. I also feel, because the Two of Cups is an advice, it is an advice to be in this energy of love, to be in this energy of respect, to be in this energy of goodness, to not fall into the temptation of control, of playing games, manipulation, seduction, wanting people or relationships to be in your life out of force or out of fear. I feel that some of you may be dealing with very demanding type of unconscious pulls to make someone do something or to make someone be something that they are not. And for others of you, this may be happening in the opposite way. You may feel that people during this time are trying to control you or trying to make you be someone or do something that you don't want to do. I feel that there's a little bit of a 50-50 energy of either you want to break free from a powerful attachment that has been holding you back as a prisoner of your own self doing, let's say. Some of you want to break free from this because the challenge is the Six of Swords, but is exactly this energy of distance, moving on, freeing yourself from what is emotionally troubling you, from what is emotionally damaging to you, and healing. I feel that some of you want to break free, others of you want to connect, but you may be afraid of the entrapments, certain experiences of your past may make you still believe in, the repetition of stories of relationships ending up being this, a trap, a prison, an excruciating experience of fear. But I also feel that all of this, relationships during this time are important for the better and for the worse. It really depends on how you choose to see and acknowledge with a very conscious effort your own self. You know, you could be attracting devilish type of relationships during this time, which means, you know, energy and patterns from others that are not the most agreeable, let's say, but they are a reflection of something. You know, you have been attracting them into your life for a reason, so there's an acknowledgement there. It could be that there's a lot to learn still from your shadow self, or the way it manifests through the type of relationships you keep being involved in. And of course, that when I say relationships, it shows up here as being love, but it could be family, it could be friends, because all of that are, again, energies that pushes you, and it wants you to see other aspects of your own being, you know, the way you are relating with yourself, the type of harmony, you know, you have within you will play a long part in the type of harmony you can achieve in a partnership of any sorts. And I do feel that this advice is to tell you as well to not be afraid to love, to not be afraid to connect, to not be afraid to step out of your fear to meet others, or to get out of your own way so you can meet others. And I feel that for those who are trying to move on, for those who are trying to break free from this attachment, there's a lot you can do by just changing your mindset about the situation, which is the challenge. Maybe you cannot, we cannot unlove someone, we cannot just forget someone, we cannot just stop feeling, you know, whichever we feel about someone, for the better or worse. But what we can is release these chains of fear, you know, and leave the good connection, the acceptance of that connection, the acceptance of that love, even if it just exists within you, even if it just exists, you know, if it doesn't exist on a physical form, but exists within you. So you need to kind of work on this mindset, you know, of accepting love. I feel that some of you need to accept the love you feel and the love you receive, you know, in whichever way it comes. With someone or without someone, it won't change. That's what I'm feeling here. It won't change how you truly feel. So either you give in to the power of it for the better, or you give in and you end up being a victim of your own, you know, of your own fear. So there's a lot here, but I feel that some of you could change outcomes. You could change your way of being, your way of feeling, your way of relating, the history, the dynamic of your relationships, by changing this pattern, this mental outlook on the situation. So there may be a different approach that is required. There may be a need for you to analyze the way you think about the situation, or the way you allow yourself to think about the situation, as if there's no other way than this devil. I feel that also taking some time to reflect is important. If Aries here are making decisions in terms of either leaving or staying in a relationship, whichever type of big decisions you need to make about relationships, I feel that it's important as well to take your time, because I feel like there's a lot involved here. So take your time, distance yourself as possible, take a break, to be out in nature, to connect with your own being, with your own safe terms, and think about it. You know, take your time to process whichever this is, so you can reach, you know, a conclusion or a decision that it's really about balance, you know, that it's really about a decision that thinks about the best for everyone involved, and not just by self-interest, you know, of yours or others that may be as well involved in this. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and please keep doing so. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.